shoved into a bottle. The only thing written was don't chase me. Exo. She didn't quite run away. She had nothing to say that she didn't say before. Just couldn't take it anymore. This got me right from the start. Something was different this time. Took a shot through the heart. Take it down by surprise. Risk it all for the moment. Throw it all on the line. Can't take this life too seriously. No one gets out alive. Oh my God, what are we doing? 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 Right from the start, something was different this time. Took a shot through the heart, take it down by surprise. Risk it all for the moment, throw it all on the line. Can't take this life too seriously. No one gets out. Right from the start, something was different this time. Took a shot through the heart, take it down by surprise. Risk it all for the moment, throw it all on the line. Can't take this life too seriously. No one gets out alive.
Let them know we're back. We are back. How's it going, everybody?
Yo.
Yeah, say hi, Joe. We're back after a week off. Hello, Joe, he says as he adjusts the camera. Yeah, so welcome back. Joe got here a little bit ago, and as we were getting set up, I was saying to him that it's crazy, like, when we do this every Tuesday, I feel like Tuesday comes around pretty quick. Like, all of a sudden, it's, what are we doing on Tuesday? And we're talking about it throughout the week, and it keeps coming. And then we just had 1 week off last week because Joe was a little under the weather. He can fill you in on that if he wants to or not. But just having the 1 week off, like, yeah. Just having 1 week off was crazy. Like, he came back over and was like setting up and was like looking at the chords. And I'm like, jokingly, I'm like, you remember how to do this? Like, even though it was only a week, it feels like it was a while ago since we did this. But yeah, so.
It took a second.
Welcome back, Joe. I'm glad you're feeling better. Tell the people how you're doing. Let them. There's a couple people who've been asking about you.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks everybody for checking in. Doing better. So I'm on the mend. Thankfully, that stone's gone. They took it. They got me the good drugs to help me out, and
Yeah, there you go.
That's.
This is not a drug podcast yet. It's getting there.
This is all legal.
Right. It's getting there, but not yet. But
It's like anti-nausea medication.
Oh man, yeah. Joe had it rough for a couple
It's the
days.
important stuff.
He's back here now. We're back in the saddle. We had a week off. We decided we'll ease back into it, and we kind of had one more song in the, as I like to call it, the And We Dance trilogy. We had 3 songs to do. We did 2 of them. The one that you just heard was called One Way Please. We did that a couple weeks ago, a couple episodes ago, whenever that was. I'm not sure. And now we're back. 3rd song. Last song of the 3-song bunch. These are kind of the lost demos. For those who weren't watching before, I was in a band called And We Danced. And we're mixing these 3 demos that we had kind of recorded in between an EP of ours that came out and then what would have been a record that never came out. But we finished these 3 demos, never released them. I did quick mixes at the time, kind of put them away. We decided to freshen them up, so we got one more to do. This is the last one in 3. It's a song called Now She's Gone. Cool one, kind of mid-tempo. I don't know. It's so hard for me to really honestly choose what my favorite one of these three are. I honestly like them all for different reasons. This one's also cool. So, what did we do so far? What's your favorite one of these three, Brad? Not to put you on the spot, but I'm just, just because.
Well,
The stream is now about to hear all three of them once they get familiar with this one tonight.
so it's kind of interesting though. That photo of my iPod.
Oh yeah, which we put
that-
up. I
that we
shared.
posted.
Yep.
That was actually my top. These three songs were my top 3 most played songs in my iTunes that summer.
I saw that.
Um,
That's pretty
and
incredible.
honestly, like right away, like when these,
Vintage
yeah,
iPod.
right.
Remember those kids? No.
When this batch got finished, this was actually my favorite song.
Uh-huh. I think me too. Felt like the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't necessarily feel that way now.
Really? Okay.
I'm more oil and water, I think.
All right. Yep.
But I'm curious to see what you do with it now because the other two sound so different than they originally did.
Sure. Yeah. Hopefully this one shapes up as well. I'm sure it will. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I like them all. I think I was really into the One Way Please song for a while. This one we played this one live quite a bit too. I don't know. This one always felt like it was a big song. I don't know. At least for the three. I don't know. I think maybe it's my favorite. I don't know. It's got the most layers. I sang a bunch of background vocals. It's the most. It's kind of out of the demos, I think it's the most realized. Me and Zach kind of discovered we have a pretty cool vocal thing together. Like when he's singing lead, my voice fits pretty well behind his for harmonies and stuff. So we did a little more on this one than some of the other ones. And some of the other newer songs that kind of didn't get finished or whatever, we're starting to kind of do a little bit even more of that. But
This
yeah.
was kind of the first one to get cut from the live set, though, out of this batch.
Hmm.
Like after, when
Once
the
we
other,
had new stuff.
yeah, when the other
Right.
new songs were coming in.
Right, this one started to feel like an old song, even though it never came out, because it kind of had been around for a while. But yeah, maybe we did cut it. But yeah, so what did we do? So I opened it up today. I found the session as it was closed up, however many years ago. I opened it up. I listened to it once. I kind of had to like zero out a couple things that were screwy because it was at the old studio and there was literally like some outboard gear that was patched in that no longer exists. So, whatever. I did that. I listened to it. I bounced it, even though the bounce is slightly irrelevant because like the outboard gear was missing. There's master bus stuff. I used to have an SSL bus compressor and had a whole bunch of stuff happening over there that wasn't here. But I just bounced it just as it was, and then I zeroed it out completely. Brought in the mix template, and then I just started working on it today a little bit. So, I've done quite a bit, but I've like checked out drums. I've kind of caught it up to speed in a lot of ways as far as like where we were with the other one. But there's still some stuff to do. There's still quite a bit of stuff to do. But we're not starting from total scratch tonight, but we did start from scratch today, a couple hours ago. I got a few hours into it. So that's kind of where we're at now. And yeah, I have just trying to kind of scroll back through and see what we got going, anything special. So recorded at my old studio in St. Paul. Typical deal. We'll do the rundown. My normal mix template, which we've talked about. For bass, I've got a bass DI, a bass amp, and then a bass distorted amp. I believe we had a Marshall amp as well as a bass amp split. Recorded them both. This one's real fizzy. Real guitar amp sounding. Maybe, yeah, I think it was a JCM 800 or something. I don't know. Drums, 3 kick drum mics, kick in, kick out, which I believe was a large diaphragm condenser. Sub kick, snare top, snare bottom, tom 1, 2, and 3. I think he had an 18-inch floor tom in this tune. Hit it one time. Nice work, Nick. Set up whole mic for that. That's a big hit,
exactly what
though.
you want with a drum like
Yeah, right, exactly right. It's way over here. It's hard to hit. You only hit that thing once in a while.
Yeah.
So 3 toms, hat, ride, overheads, pair rooms, pair halls. I had a lot of outboard gear, like I was saying, so a lot of stuff processed on the way in. More mixed bus stuff, mixed template stuff, all my bussing. Blah, 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 blah. Tambourine track, that's it for percussion. Zach has an intro guitar, a kind of another additional clean thing in the very intro, so a second guitar. And then he has kind of a main left and right pair of rhythm guitars. That was the MO. So 4 for him. And then, a couple more for me. I got a pair of this kind of the clean riff thing that is this chimey arpeggiation thing, kind of is the through line of the song, comes and goes through all the choruses, and you'll hear that. What is this one? It says last chorus guitar, but it's actually ended up being just the chorus guitar sound. I think this is my main part, right side. This is an additional lick, or like kind of my part stays on the right, so there's a chorus B part of that also comes in and joins it on the left. This is just an additional kind of high-pitched guitar overdub that's in the choruses. We'll solo these all, but I'm just kind of running through what we got. Outro guitar lead, which ended up being, I do kind of play a lead in the out. Also play kind of a lead over the bridge section. That's what these tracks are. There's a cleanish version and the distorted version. These are all real guitar amps and microphones and stuff recorded at the old studio. Second verse stuff, bridge chime, which I ended up playing a bunch of stuff. So this is just like a overdub kind of chimey clean guitar. Comes and goes. Haven't worked him in yet. Still muted. Lead vocals, Zach lead vocal verses. Left, what do we got? Main and double chorus vocals. This is just a little extra line that I flew and added some delay and stuff on in the last chorus of Zach. I have a main chorus harmony. I do this kind of response thing in the chorus. I have a left and right pair of those. Bust together. Those two vocals are bust together. That's what this guy right here is. I did this little kind of like kind of Beach Boys kind of thing falling into the last outro that it looks like I did a handful of tracks and bounced that together. So that's one thing right here. Same thing here. This was another Nothing Gold High harmony. Something that I did ended up being, I believe, low. Or maybe there's a low one as well. Anyway, something that I did a couple of tracks of, and I must have committed it at some point because it was a stereo file now in the session. I could tell it had plugins and stuff printed already. More response vocal stuff from me, some whoa 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 stuff that happens in the outro and re-intro, and then some gang vocals. I think it was the band plus a handful of friends. Were you there for gang vocals on these demos, Brad?
I don't think I was.
Don't know who sang these. We'll solo them and see if we can recognize any voices. I don't have any memories of that. Zach's not in the chat tonight because Zach is starting a new job today, I believe, from what I'm told. So congratulations, my friend. Night one on the new gig. Good luck. Godspeed. All that good stuff, you know. We are going to mix up this track from however many years ago. Hang out with you guys on the What's That Noise stream. As always, like I like to say every week, I'm Jeremy. Behind me is Brad. And behind him is, let me start that over. Behind me is Joe. And behind him is Brad. And we're... Yeah, he's the guy behind the guy.
We got some people in the house tonight, man.
Yeah, welcome back. We're rusty. You know, we had a week off. I don't even remember I don't even know where I am, frankly. You know, it's been a busy, and it has been a busy couple of weeks. We were just catching up. I've mixed Jonah, who I made a record with. We've talked about him a bunch on the stream. He sent me a new demo the other day, out of nowhere, something he wrote quick that he really liked. I really dug it, so I turned that around quick. We made a whole song out of that, kind of like did it fast. It's awesome. We might do some more stuff to it, but it really came out cool. We're super stoked on that. I mixed another thing for a remix album for an artist that's coming out a little later. I don't know if I can talk about that or not yet. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I played it for Brad, but he can't talk about it either. But
I got to yank the plug on this whole thing, bro.
Yeah, right.
Here we go.
I just don't know. It's, you know, there's an artist who's having a bunch of other artists remix material of his for a compilation record of remixes, and I ended up getting involved with one of those remixes. I don't know if that's announced or if the people that are a part of it are announced. So
some stuff's going on.
Yeah, been working. Did that Jonah tune. Nick and Sean, who, oddly enough, coincidentally, are the drummer and bass player on this track, came over here a couple days back and recorded an instrumental tune, top to bottom here, probably about a half day, 6 hours, 5 hours. We did bass, guitars, drums, the whole deal on an instrumental song that they had written years ago and wanted to do. So yeah, just been busy, but we're back at it. We're back at, and we danced with Now She's Gone. I don't remember where I left off, so I think the best thing to do is probably just spin it you guys can get familiar with the song and where we are currently. I think, like I said, I've got almost everything in, save for a couple of my guitar parts or a guitar part. And then, there's automating. There's stuff to do, but I've got a couple hours in. Let's listen to it. Let's get reacclimated, and then we will go to work. Like I say every week, if you got questions, if you see something you want to know about, anything, let us know in the chat. That's what we're here to do. We're here to hang out with you guys. Happy to just mix and work, but also happy to answer questions and hang out and do the thing. So welcome back. Here we go. We're going to check out the tune, and then we'll get working on it. It's called Now She's Gone.
She was walking down on 7th Street, the kind of girl that shakes your world and takes it to its knees. And before you know it's true, wearing something borrowed, something blue. She's the best thing to ever say my name. She was the best thing to ever say my name. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite songs. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing gold can ever stay but the rain staring at me, say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. The right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night, listening to the neighbors fight. We promised we'd never be that way, but now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite song. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing gold can never stay but the rain staring at me, say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. Decided it was time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Won't believe me, but it's true. She was standing there with someone new. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite songs. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing gold can never stay but the rain staring at me, say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. But now she's
Wow, dry stop. Just no plugins, no plugins on anything right now as far as that stuff. But yeah, man, it sounded really cool already, I think. So that's the tune. That's where we're at thus far. Hearing some stuff, hearing automation, hearing things. But that's the song. That's the number 3 in this batch of 3. So Wanted to catch you up and catch myself back up. It's been a couple hours since I heard it. Like I said, I worked on it for a while this afternoon, and now we're back. So I remember leaving off thinking, do I want to add a snare sample to this? What do you think about that, Joe?
Can I?
Based on, Joe just heard it for the first time. He wasn't here today. I mean, he hasn't heard, he's heard the song a zillion times. He has these sessions, but
Yeah.
haven't added a snare sample. I'm on the fence about, I don't need to, but do I want to?
I would even argue like maybe there's some parts that could get a snare sample.
Let's listen to a chorus once. I'm going to turn it down a little bit and play it for Joe now that he knows that I'm thinking about does it or does it not need a snare sample. We'll turn the monitors down a little bit and play it for him a little bit again from chorus 1.
Took my heart and left the shade of favorite songs. Other jukeboxes to play in my head. That fake gold can never stay but the ring. Staring at me, say so long. To the man that used to live inside of me. The right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night, listening to the neighbors fight. We promised we'd never be that way, but now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite.
Joe was just telling me Michael's in the house. Michael, should I put a snare sample on this thing or not? Right now it doesn't have one. I hear the hi-hat open with the snare gate, which bums me a little bit, but I'm on the fence. Anyway, we're going to think about it. It's easy enough to throw trigger on it and try it out. I was also thinking about, and Joe was talking, we were talking about some bleeding stuff while we were just listening there, and I was thinking earlier that often I will go through and cut the hi-hat and the ride microphones. If I've recorded close mics on those things, I go through and cut them just like tom mics or whatever. Like if the hi-hat's not playing, if I'm in the chorus section or whatever and it's all ride cymbal, I cut the hi-hat mic just clean out. I don't really need it. Sometimes I leave it, but on these, because of the washiness, because I'm hearing an exaggerated hi-hat pulse, and I'm thinking too naturally, the nature of that beat, while Nick is playing some more subdivisions than just hi-hat and snare drum, we're hearing that more. But I'm assuming too that he naturally would be,
Well,
would
there's
push
some
those.
crashes in there, so he
Well,
is
yeah, but like,
moving
you know what I
those.
mean?
You know
Like
what I
when
mean?
if you're playing that beat, like you're probably gonna hit the hi-hat a little harder with the snare drum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. But anyway, all that to say that I'm going to go in and cut the crash or the hat and the ride in the sections where they are not being used, especially like ride cymbal. I need it in the chorus. I want that definition because we didn't do a bunch of percussion. So I can use those, I can use the bell of that cymbal to help move us along. But when he's playing the hi-hat, I don't need that bright, shiny microphone open over there. If it's not really contributing or doing anything, it's actually sometimes making a mess. So I'm going to quickly do that. That's what I'm doing. Cutting noise out of tracks. I do that with the toms, like, up here, right above this is the hi-hat and the ride right here right now, but up here, these three guys are the toms. So as you can see, like, that thing is wiped out other than the tom hit, and then there's nothing there. So if I solo the rack and floor, you get this. And then they're gone. I don't need them, I got room mics, I got hall mics, I got overheads, I got plenty of stuff contributing to wash. Anyway, long way to say that's what I'm doing. If that's not something you do, you can try it sometime if you need to. It helps. Cut out mics when something's not being played. It doesn't have to stay on. You can mute it. You can cut it out, whatever. I'm going to cut some stuff out. I'm going to start with the hi-hat. I don't need hi-hat. Any of that intro. All right.
You gotta
Joe was
take
saying
notes.
we're getting a little choppy on the stream, and I just had to tell him, well, you're fired. You know.
I think we're back.
Speaking of chopping things on the stream, we're chopping out hi hat. What do you mean? That's all I was saying. What are you guys thinking? Oh, well, that we're firing Joe? No, I wasn't alluding to that. That's not until next week. I feel like it's not a proper episode. Give Joe some heat, you know, whether he agrees or not. That's where I'm at.
I just the audio when you do.
Oh, good. That's pro. That lives on forever on YouTube. You're the producer. It's cool. Filter on.
Wait. Exists.
So it's like I am the whole vibe.
Diane said.
You're right, Diane. It's the only thing holding me back.
Son of a bitch. Doesn't know what buttons to push.
I don't know how to work any of that stuff, or he'd be out of here a long time ago. True. No one heard that but us. But true, Joe.
Yeah.
They saw it. They didn't hear it. They don't know they saw it, but they did.
That's the best part.
Subliminal.
Yeah. Mine.
Yeah, so for those of you who are completely bored already, I'm currently just editing drum mics. It's a must-have sometimes. In this situation, I want extreme isolation. So I'm cutting hi-hats out. But I'm going to go through because, you know, there's some accents and stuff where he does hit it in a fill. I don't want to cut those out, so I'm just making sure I'm, you know, not just chopping out willy-nilly. Hi-hat done. Ride cymbal. Ride cymbal should go quick because it only gets used a little bit. How's everybody doing since we've seen each other last? I'm talking to both the people in the room and in the chat. How's everyone doing out there, chatters? Brad, how you been? I got to catch up with Joe a little bit. Joe got here a little before Brad, but what's going on, dude?
I'm good. I talked to you on the phone for.
Oh, that's right. We did talk for. I guess we did catch up the other day. I forgot.
I checked after we got off the phone, and we were on the phone for an hour and 29 minutes.
I know,
like a couple
man.
Of teenage girls.
I know, we're cute. We are cute. I had the phone all, like the cord all tangled up around my arm.
That's why we're both wearing flannel
I was
shirts tonight.
swinging my flip-flops, laying on my waterbed. I had a waterbed forever, dude, as a kid
What?
growing up. Yeah, I had a waterbed as like all through grade school and stuff. Yep.
What?
Yep, my
Like a
mom
race
had-
car or what?
Nah, like a full legit like 70s like soft like panel like things down the side and a crazy headboard with that had like a light in it and stuff.
Why don't you
Remember
have one
rolling to
now?
The edge of those things?
I don't know where it went. Oh yeah, man.
Fucking worst.
Yeah, my dog popped it once. I moved it when I moved from my mom's house to my dad's house. I wanted to bring it. Yeah, my dad was so bummed that I brought it, and then the dog popped it, and it leaked like, you know, however many gallons of fucking water all over the house. It was a bad deal. That was the end of the waterbed. My dad was done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally had a 70s waterbed forever. It was awesome. That's probably like last of a generation stuff, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, they're all in a landfill somewhere right now.
My cousins had one for a long time, and I remember like
Sorry.
getting to sleep on that thing when I'd come
Oh
visit.
yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
this is the coolest.
Yeah.
Experience.
My cousins.
This thing has got water in
I
it?
didn't know you were rich, man.
All right, so those are good. That's cut.
Hold up. We got Mark in the house
Oh,
talking
no,
about
no.
you and Jonah.
Mark, which Mark?
How would I Laj?
I might have to
L-A-J. I don't want to. I already butchered it, but he says you stayed at their house in Canada in like '02 or
Oh
something.
wow, okay,
Yeah,
right on.
Probably way back when.
Talking about me and Jonah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Shout out.
Just blasting that.
Shout out Mark.
Yeah, man. Did a lot of work with Jonah this year. Me and Jonah reconnected big time this year. We talked more than we've talked since we've been in a band. Made a whole record together, and you know we're both having fun doing it. So we're kind of still working on stuff. Even though his record's done, we're kind of working on more stuff already. Like I said.
I suppose it'd be
Joe's like,
another one.
Diane, Joe's like, he's like, dude, he's like, Diane's telling me that her waterbed had a heater. I'm like, oh, yeah, mine had a heater too. He's just like mind
I
blown.
just did not know y'all were rich.
You had to have a heater, man, because when that
Yeah,
water
bet.
would get cold,
Yeah.
you'd lay in that thing and that would go through your bones.
Even just like in the wintertime at 65
Oh,
or
man,
something.
cold water
that'd be
would just
freezing.
soak through your spine, dude, yeah.
Oh.
Yep, they had heaters. Some of them had a thing. They would have so you'd reach down underneath the padded arm, and you'd have the heater knob. You could turn that up.
Yeah.
And then the
Way
super
just to the
deluxe ones,
top.
like the heater was like this long thing that rolled out that laid underneath the water bag, essentially.
Right.
The super deluxe ones
Ladder.
underneath the knob for the heater had a switch that would vibrate. And it would vibrate the water.
Did you have the? Did you have the?
I didn't
one-
have that.
Oh, so there was also the one. There's another switch right there. You can have a second switch added. It'll flip the ceiling around, and it's just mirrors now. that
Oh
you
yeah,
can get
yeah,
on
yeah,
top
yeah.
there.
No, I did have that. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, I totally had.
There's
the mirrors
another
thing.
version.
Yeah.
If you, I think you got to put a cord.
Mine was heart shaped too. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier.
gator skinned.
Yeah, it was real tight.
Oh
Yep.
man, the things
Yep.
you guys had. I
Yep.
was on the
The headboard
on
was
the,
a giant like set of lips,
yeah,
and it lit up.
that lit up.
Yeah, it was
Like
tight.
big Dolly Parton.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like neon. What are you talking
Like
about?
yeah.
Okay.
They lit up. They backlit, bright red lips. You know what I mean?
That's where the flaming lips. Oh man, we just. I didn't know that Easter egg.
That
in
was
the
my
show.
nickname in high school, the Flaming Lip.
That's not a good nickname to have.
Yeah, no, it's not. Oh man, you seen him lately?
Can I tell
Flaming
you
Lip.
something? Way to lay on that sword for the sake of the bit, man. That's good.
Anyway, yeah, waterbeds. Tonight we're talking about waterbeds. We're not working on music anymore. We're sick of music. Let's bring back waterbeds. Who's with me? So what did we do? We cut Hat and Ride. We needed to do that. We've been thinking about the snare sample situation. We're going to come back to that. I don't know. I'm going to kill the vocals for a minute, as I always do. I know I have one guitar that needs to be worked in. There's a couple other automation things that definitely need to happen. I'm just going to start cruising, doing the mix thing. Hit us with questions, comments, concerns, waterbed memories. And easy on
Theme of
those.
the
Easy
night.
on those. Family show somewhat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, vocals off, back to work. I got this last guitar to tweak in here in some sections. I'm going to start doing that. Don't really care about that part. That's me part. I wrote that part. I'm allowed to say I don't care about that part. I'm leaving it way low. Wow, man, one-line days. Yeah, I did a lot. I did a pretty good amount of touring with Jonah in the one-line days. If I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I didn't even remember until now that we went to Canada with that. Apparently we did. I appreciate the compliment on the Jonah record, man. Yeah, I'm super proud of it. I know he is too. Yeah, I think you would agree. We both kind of feel like we're on fire right now. We're both happy and sad that the other day, like I said, kind of out of nowhere, we did another new song, even though the record's done, and the record's literally coming out in chunks. The next chunk comes out when, Brad?
Week and a half.
1.5 weeks from now, the next 3 songs come out. He's 6 songs out already. The next 3 come out in just over a week. But yeah, so I was saying earlier, he sent me a demo that he worked on, I believe, pretty quickly, like 24 hours. Kind of came up with a thing, liked it, sent it over to me, and just said like, hey man, I'm digging this. If you dig it and want to jump in and do your thing, that would be totally awesome. If you don't, or you're busy or whatever, no worries. He sent it over. I really liked it and kind of did the same thing, and I spent 24 hours on it and sent it back to him, and we both really like it. And a good friend of ours who is a great musician listened to it today and was kind of like, no offense, but this might be better than anything you just put on that record you did. So we're like, like I said, we're happy and sad. Cool. We're still doing it. We're kind of feeling like we're on fire, but also like, shit, did we just make the best? Whatever. The best is yet to come, I guess. It's going to come out. There's yet another song. And there's I don't want to in any way understate his record because it is really good. And there's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of different sonic vibes and a lot of great songs. And yeah, I think it's some of the best material he's written in a long time. And I appreciate the compliment on the production. I tried to make it sound cool, and I hope it came out cool. I think it did. Classic JT just playing 2 notes back there. They call me Timmy 2 Notes. Sean on bass, man, plays great melodies. He is one interesting musician. Literally can't point to a note on the neck, but can play his ass off. Like literally, and that's I don't think he would even be upset with me saying that. Like if I'm like, hey man, play obvious or whatever. If I was like, hey, right there it's C sharp, it would take him a minute to be like C sharp. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like,
sure. Yeah.
But if you're just like, here's what I'm playing, you should write a part.
Yep.
Insane. He's one of those dudes. But yeah, he played bass on this, and he's got great melodies. We're gonna have to definitely do some automating and give him his spots in some of those fills and make sure we can hear him. Thinking about the intro, thinking about how before it starts off with this broken down verse, clean guitars, this simple drum beat comes in. Couple things about that. I think we should save the full-on drum sound until chorus 1. So I want to do something else there. Also, I got room mics. I got everything going because it's like full drum sound. I can hear Nick keeping time on his knee in between those hits, and it kind of bugs me, Nick. But anyway, I've been thinking about this anyway. Like, I want to do something else to the drums in the intro. So a quick way sometimes to do that is kill all the other stuff. I'm just going to bounce the drums in the intro quick so I can manipulate them a little bit.
Jonah works in Logic, right?
Jonah works in Logic,
Yeah,
yes. So this is going to be, what am I going to call this? Intro drums bounce. So yeah, I'm just going to, I muted everything but the drums as they currently stand. I'm just going to print those to my print track quick through everything that's on there. So I have them in a 2 mix, and I'll show you why in a second. Actually, before I do that, I want to mute the room mics. I think that will help me not hear him keeping time on his leg.
you do some of that stuff?
Any specific questions I can answer?
If he
while we're-
sends you iPhone recordings, or does he send you files and that use a nice that you? What
I
you do,
mean,
like, he sends you stems, right?
stems. Yeah,
Yep, that you
sometimes
put-
both. I mean, he definitely has sent me iPhone recordings, and when we first started talking about the record, there was some just quick demos that were that way. But yeah, Jonah works in Logic, and he knows how to. He records all of his own vocals at home. Sometimes we talk about it. But he tracks guitar at home, keyboard at home. He sends me a bunch of multi-tracks and then just literally tells me to do whatever I want, basically. Then I do that, and then we figure out if what I did was good or not, and go from there. But he does a lot of the work at home. Like I said, yeah, some acoustic guitars, a little bit of electric guitar stayed on the record that he did, some keyboards, some programming, all the vocals recorded at his place, and then we just go back and forth and talk about it. There's some plugins to do that in real time. We use this thing called Audio Movers quite a bit, which was super cool for that. Yeah, fun. It's we made an entire record over the course of a year without being in the same room one time. Weird. So I'm making a new track here for this new intro loop, essentially. And then I am going to take my all drums group, and I'm going to kill the drums until the first chorus. Basically, like right there is what I'm looking for. Should be fine. So this guy is now muted. So we should have no drums in the intro once I mute these. Right, and all the other music is currently muted, so that's why we're hearing 0. So we should be drum free.
She was the best thing.
And we are. Okay, so now we killed all the live drum mics. We bounced the intro to a 2 mix, so we could just turn that on here.
True, wearing something borrowed.
Now we can just manipulate the intro as its own thing. I want to space it out. I want to reverb it out. I want to, change it, make it different so when it does kick in, it's cool. So I think I'm going to start with just putting some space around it and put some reverb on it. And that's what I'm going to do. What do you think, Joe?
Do it.
Okay.
In the words of Joey Tribbiani.
Do it.
There, yes.
What reverb? I love this little plate.
Did you get the? Okay. All right.
Oh, you got
Valhalla. I don't know if you got it.
I don't. I
Can't
have a
remember.
couple Valhallas.
You have a couple
I haven't-
Valhallas, but
Yeah,
not the,
I don't know if I have the one you're
This
talking
one
about.
do all the sound to
This thing is just, I mean, this thing is so simple, but it really just sounds great. Let's just see. Maybe we'll try a little, like, squash, a little compression, something kind of angry. I don't know what. I've been trying to like look at other things occasionally than just the go-tos. Maybe we'll start with a little like distortion on top of that reverb, and then maybe we'll still compress, but this will probably this has some compression in it, so this probably do it for us. Right, so that's pretty cool. A bunch of distortion. Well, not a bunch, yeah, kind of a bunch. So a little more than 50% mix, crunch, and then I'm getting the compression from this, and then a little bit of reverb. But yeah, so naked intro drums as they were. Wah, wah, wah. 2 plugins later, checks in the mail. Now, that sound might be just totally dumb with the music, but cool on its own. Let's find out. Probably not, though. We'll find out. It's probably going to be too loud. We'll blend it in, but let's see if that works in the track.
The kind of girl that shakes your world and takes it to its knees. And before you, the kind of girl that shakes your world and takes it to its knees. And before you know it's true, wearing something borrowed.
Not hearing.
Routing happening.
Not hearing.
Intro drums is just going out 1 and 2.
Oh,
right
intro
now.
drums. That would make sense. You guys aren't hearing that, and that is my bad.
Intro loop.
Not hearing vocals. I had them off earlier. Well, let's make sure you guys are hearing them. Yeah, the intro.
looking out,
I just
Nick.
made that intro loop, and that was my bad. All vocals is going through the router. Lead vocals. Let me look. Yeah, you guys should have vocals.
Do you have a print track going for that intro? Also, it looks like intro drums out front. Yeah, that one. That's also going out 1 and 2. What is that?
Oh, this just got titled that because I bounced. This is our print. This is
got you.
this is our mix essentially, right?
Right.
Our mix fader. That is misleading. I'm gonna change that back just because. Let's confirm quickly. Anyone who's out
Nick
there.
says he's got vocals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that drum vibe for a
Yeah,
start.
blend it in.
Yeah.
The kind of girl that
I mean, it's super loud.
It's banging down
But it's
there.
kind of cool. I'm gonna turn the reverb back just a little bit. Who said what?
Diane said you blew her ears out.
Perfect. Sorry.
Rock and
I mean, sorry and perfect. It's rock and roll, right? Kind of interesting.
The kind of girl that shakes your world and takes it to its knees. And before you know it's true, wearing something borrowed, something blue. She's the best thing to ever say my name. She was the best thing to ever say my name. Now she's gone.
Oh my God, I'm in a fun house surrounded by myself,
Oh, brutal.
yelling at me in delay. Yeah, those vocals are loud and proud, Zach. But dude, you sound good, man.
Yeah,
I was just saying to Zach, or to Brad, I was saying about your vocals, Zach, that I tried a couple different plugins today, and I do have you kind of loud and proud in the verse, but I think your voice sounds pretty friggin' sweet. And the tone is cool with what I got going right now. So, I mean, we might end up tucking it back a little bit. There's also some automation, right? Because,
People
like,
are here to see.
right, there's less music in the, I already got it down. Like, there's less music in the first verse and second and so on, but we're working our way through it. I like our intro change. I like the handoff from intro to chorus now. I don't, sometimes when you, like, kind of blow up the intro, whether you turn them down or not, you get this new sound going, and then you get to your chorus, which needs to be payoff, and you've, like maybe you've overinflated these and now you're dropping chorus, but I feel like we got a good transition going. So here's our new drum intro going into the chorus. I think we're cool with it thus far.
Say my name. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the state of favorite song.
I like it. I'm into that. So, that's one thing we did, and that's good. A lot of vocals to automate, a lot of guitars to automate. I just need to keep listening and doing. So I will do that, and I will try to do my best to explain what I'm doing. Ask questions as we go.
Took my heart and left the state of favorite songs. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. The fake gold can never stay, but the rain staring at me say so long.
Goddamn.
Just slopping. That's me slopping it up, doing what I do. Yeah, man. Shaping up. We get that vocal back in there pretty quick. Oh, rooms are still off. Hello. Gotta turn them back on. Good. Vocal back on. Listening kind of through reintro. I don't know who did this tambo work. It's suspect, though, for sure. It might have been me. I honestly don't remember. It might not have been me, though. It doesn't sound like me. It sounds too suspect to be me. I'm being dead honest about it.
If I had to ask myself,
Right.
I would say,
It's like I could fix it. I could grit it. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe not. It's a little raggedy, though. It's a little raggedy back there. But, you know, these were demos, again. One thing I know I wanted to do is I want to automate Zach's left and right main guitars in the choruses, and just in general, I want to. I got them placed kind of, but I need to get some more out of them at times. So I'm going to just do an old school, actually ride the fader where they play, and get those happening a little bit better. So vocals on, everything in, little automation on those is where we're at right now. So
Now she's gone. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorites. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite songs. Love that jukebox seems to play in my head. That they can never stay, but the rain staring at me say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. The right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night, listen to the neighbors fight. We promised we'd never be that way, but now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of Took my heart and left a shade of favorite song. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. I think all can never stay, but the rain staring at me say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. The man that used to live inside of me. Decided it was time to spend it there with someone new. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head, and nothing cold can never stay, but the rain staring at me say so long to the man that used to live inside of me.
All right, nice. So just did that. Kind of a passive guitar automation, getting a little loud in sections, but that's all right because this is now we do the volume wars thing where we start just automating everything. Drum bus could use a little love. It's probably going to just go ahead and automate him in some sections right now while I'm thinking about it. I heard a hi-hat thing in the second verse that Zach accents with his guitar. That's cool. I want to catch that and automate that sooner than later before I forget to do it. So I'll try to remember that on this pass right now while I'm working on this drum automation. Drum master, when I find that spot, I'll stop and find that hi-hat and push that up.
Now she's gone. Took my heart and left her shade a favorite song. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left her shade a favorite name. Now she's gone.
That was that hi-hat I was talking about. Simple, but I hear it. I like it. I'm going to turn it up. Apologize every time. Yeah. That's my voice too. That's what's extra haunting for me. Yeah, there's a single time this 18 hits. What's it saying? I mean, it's got a little meat.
It's got the back.
Just give it some tons of bottom, and just because. I mean, it only hits once. Got that rolled up. Let's mix this back a little. I mean, we could add some more subs to it too if we need to, you know?
She's gone. She's gone. She's gone.
Kind of does the thing. Listening.
Took my heart and left her shade a favorite song. Love that jukebox seems to play in my head, but they can never stay. But the rain staring at me says so long.
Favorite music venues?
Yeah.
I have a couple. I mean, gotta go legendary First Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's in the top. It's in the top always. Who loves what? Who else loves what? I've had some really great times at a place called Chain Reaction in Anaheim that not a ton of people know, but it was an all ages venue. Maybe still is. It was great for a long time. Astoria in London was a banner for me.
House of Blues Chicago.
House of Blues Chicago's cool. The weird like park down in the weird underground ramp thing and all that. That's a cool spot. I mean, there's a ton of great ones.
Webster, New York City.
Webster, New York is great. Bowery, New York. I mean, anything New York. I've had some great times at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. Classic venue. Whiskey in the Roxy. I've been lucky enough. I mean, I'm super lucky to kind of rattle off all these places and actually have played there a handful of times. I got to play CBGB's a couple times. Twice for sure. Maybe even 3 times. Not that that was necessarily one of my favorite venues, but, you know, bucket list for sure for its own reasons. Much like Gilman Street was, and, Fireside Bowl in Chicago was a punk rock staple for many, many years. Metro in Chicago is a great one.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's worst load-in? I got one, and I think, Brad, you know where I'm going.
I mean, if I'm going to go just like within like kind of nearby, I'm going to go with real close. There's the What's Up Lounge in Mankato. Horrible load-in, especially in the winter. Oh, they have a lift now? Okay, well, respect.
All right, big ups.
Respect. They used to have a real icy kind of fire escape load in, and we used to have an 810 cabinet, and that always sucked. There's a place in La Crosse called the Warehouse that we affectionately nicknamed the Stair House, because there was like a fucking 1,000 stairs until you got, dude, it was like you would turn a corner and be like, no way. There's another 25 stairs. Like, it was the worst load in. I mean, I've been through a handful of sketchy ones. I'm going to go with the Stair House in La Crosse because that was a nightmare. Gabe's and yeah, they had a really rickety staircase too.
It's like all steel.
Yeah, it's like that rebar.
In the wintertime.
And that's just like the one at the What's Up Lounge.
Man.
Yep, that icy steel staircase in the winter when you're a young band in a pair of probably Vans or Chuck Taylors or whatever, trying to carry a 412 cabinet up a staircase that hasn't been salted in 17 years.
Oh, man.
Yep, been there.
That's a brutal one.
You're earning it.
What was the one? Is it the Eagle something in Milwaukee or Madison?
Eagles Ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's I don't remember that load in. I mean, there's a couple rooms within that place. There's like 4 rooms in that place or something. Eagles is upstairs. Yeah. There's the Rave, which is the big one.
Right.
There's the Rave Bar. Then there was like a basement venue as well for a while. I don't remember.
There's another joint in Atlanta that has a couple of levels.
The Masquerade.
I remember the Masquerade, dude. Oh,
a nightmare. That was another nightmare load-in situation.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To go anywhere, dude. Like
that didn't for a while. I don't know if they had it when you were there. They had like you had to put your gear in this like weird,
the rickety like
cubby
wooden,
thing, and then they would like pull it up on a freaking chain. It was like
for sure
really sketchy.
Like the little death elevator.
Isn't it like Heaven and Hell?
Yeah, Heaven and Hell are the levels.
Yeah.
I thought there was a third one though.
There might be Purgatory.
Purgatory. Yep,
that's right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Memories. We were mixing, I think.
Oh, bro.
It's all good. So we're mixing away. I got some guitars to do. Yeah, man. We're just talking about venues. Those are some of my favorites. Anyone in the stream list any other favorites?
Yeah, Diane hit it with a lot of the classics as well. First Avenue.
Any ones that maybe we didn't mention that we should big up?
The Cohen? I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either. I don't
Cowan?
think.
Cohen? I mean, that's what it looks like. House of Blues, but she said Houston.
Been
CBGB,
there.
Bowery, we said those. Hook and Ladder.
Hook and Ladder.
Masquerade.
Oh yeah,
sucked.
sure.
I
Hook and
feel
Ladder.
you, Bland. I don't know Hook and Ladder.
Masquerade. Yeah, Bland knows Masquerade.
Masquerade
right.
was woo.
That got on that do not fly list probably
Yeah,
pretty quick
yeah,
after
man.
that. Yeah.
Talia Hall in Chicago. said
Talia's a
Bland.
great one. We did that one a couple of years back. That's a cool room. Yeah. Yep. Which one?
Oh.
Lincoln Hall. Yep. Another great one. Yep. Was there recently as well. Just something about the Metro. something about the Metro for me.
That was the final Motion City show
Oh, yeah.
for that, you know.
Yep,
that
yep,
point.
yep. That sounds right. I'm doing a little EQing on these guitars. I'm going to jump back into that. Yeah, nice detour. Nice to think about venues. One day we'll all get to go to venues again. I miss these places. Did the dog come in and just crop dust us?
Woke himself up with one.
See, man. Good help is hard to
You're
find.
back here. Help.
Good help's hard to find around here.
Fully treated room.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Tight in here.
Right. The sound doesn't escape, and neither does the dog, you know?
Days gone.
Right, Nashville. Now I remember. I couldn't place it. Oh, it's like that, Pro Tools. I feel you. All right, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. Yeah, I've been working it hard all day. It's all good.
I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday.
Yeah, man, we're moving right along. Whiskey, yep, classic one. We were there again not too long ago. I miss venues. I miss playing gigs, man.
That's why this all came up.
I know.
Diane
It's
said
like I
she-
kind of had. I mean, I can't say I had forgotten, but it's starting. You know, we were in First Avenue to go play in front of nobody but a handful of camera guys and our same peeps that come to practice and hang out with us every week or whatever. But it will be nice to get back. Yep, it's nice to rattle off all these venues. I sure as hell hope that they're all still there. I don't know. That's all. That's all. want to do? What do you want to do with it, Nick?
Here's the thing about
Turn
this.
it down?
Here's the thing about this. This is a demo, right? Or was intentionally like it was written as a demo.
Ooh, you know
and
what?
I
I
see
do have
like
options.
the attitude.
I actually do have
other
options. I don't.
Let's see.
It's been so long since I've looked. I didn't remember.
Drop a playlist.
We could find a different one. Yeah, that's all good. I don't remember what we had, what we didn't have.
Nothing.
There's a good option.
There's
something.
That's.
I mean, I
more
remember we threw
closer.
we threw the note away every time. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what else we got. Emo vibes. Sorry, Zach. Nick is busting your balls about
I
your
said
vocal
something about
performance.
it earlier, and I liked
Joe
it.
did say
It
something
just
too.
Cool. Used to not be there. Oh.
I like Zach Grit. So like I like
do
this.
Too. Big fan. That's
That's
much
got
better.
more attitude. Now let's make sure that somehow we don't go. Same one.
Stop it, Zach.
Same
No,
one.
it's not the
It
same
was.
one. Was
It
it?
may have got timed a little bit, but look at it.
Oh yeah. That's so crazy.
Somehow sounds better though, doesn't it?
It seems like it
placebo?
does, man.
It could be also there was some tuning versus not some tuning. There is some
Yeah, I
timing,
suppose,
but
right.
I don't think it's a different performance. But I think it solves it.
Yeah,
We
that's
could also
weird.
duck it just a little bit. I don't know. Feels a little better to me.
I am
I'm
wondering if it's a
used to it.
tune versus a not tune or something. Who knows?
Duck it a little bit feels good too. It doesn't need to pop out.
Decided it was time to get away. Decided it was time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Well, decided it was time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Won't believe me, but it's true. She was standing there with someone. Decided it was time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Won't believe me, but it's true. She was standing there with someone new. Now she's gone. Decided it was time to get away. She's gone. Took my heart and left it straight up favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my
Joe was just mentioning that we may have had a little video, like kind of chatter or whatever, and that we could do some like modem restarting and whatnot, but we'd have to restart the stream, and we're probably just going to ride it out for tonight. So we apologize if you have had a little like quality or broadcast interruption or whatnot. The dog's giving me he wants to go outside business. We're not really at that time of night yet, bud. Maybe we could do a quick one if Joe feels like rocking the stream. Sometimes a dog comes and says like, hey man, I'm ready to go out. I don't care about your stream or your mix or your guitar sound or none of that shit. I want to go out to the yard, so quit screwing around, That's where he's at. I'm not quite with you there yet, bud, but we're going to see. I'm going to pick back up I was doing some drum automation before we did some side tracking. I can see that now. I can see where I got to and where it stopped. So I'm going to go back to that.
Right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night. Listen, used. I haven't used. I haven't used. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night. Listen to the neighbors fight. Promised we'd never be that way. But now she
I can also just take.
We're trying to weigh out. I'm going to be real with you guys right now.
That's how we do it on this on this stream.
We're trying to weigh out, do we deal with the level of dog fart that's in the studio right now? Or do I take him out? Joe takes over the stream and putzes around with whatever he wants to listen to.
Brad's got to man the chat.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take the dog out. I'm gonna take the dog out for 5. Feel free to listen to whatever, Joe. Just don't destroy something. Whatever.
I can't wait to re-automate everything.
Feel free to go through and look at what I'm doing or whatever. I don't know if Joe's been chilling. I don't know if you've been doing any mixing or any Pro Tools time or whatever.
I have a lot of piano like writing.
Good. I'm going to do my best to remember that I'm automating the drum bus master right before chorus 2. I remember that. I'm going to take the dog out for 5. Joe's going to hang out. Brad's going to watch the chat. Be kind to the man. He's been in tender condition over the last few days, but he's back now. I think we're going to clear the air down here literally and take the dog outside for a little
we need to.
for a
It
little
needs to
rest
happen.
for a little rest and yeah, he's wearing us out, right? It's hard to mix down here, It's like everything's starting to sound weird. I'm starting to feel funny.
Oh,
So I'll be back, hang out with Joe. Yeah.
see you, buddy.
Come on, bro. Let's go outside.
Look at fresh.
Come on, Stinky.
Poor guy.
that way. But now she's gone.
So what if just right out of the gate we save Jeremy's session, do no, come on, do a save as probably. It's probably the move here, and then I can do whatever the fuck I
Yeah,
want.
because you're bound to turn this computer off.
Oh yeah, Chop City.
No, I was just saying, that's probably what's going to happen with you in the.
Oh yeah,
captain's
dude,
chair.
just straight shut down. The whole thing is like, oh, let me try this plugin. Just straight up shut down. It is weird though, I'll tell you what, because I use the same mouse because this is the mouse that everybody uses. And there's a lot of reasons that I use this mouse. It's the Kensington. I don't want to lift it up. It's in its place. It's the Kensington ball mouse. It's the same mouse that everybody uses. There was something I wanted to do in this song too. I gotta find the part. There's those little bubbly guitars. You know those ones, Brad?
I do.
Are they in the verse? Where are those ones? So the little delay guitar is somewhere in there. I just want to do some stereo moves with those. Cause
How are you going to make those little hand movements while you mix?
this is me automating. I wear little things on my fingers, and this is how I automate. Where is that guitar? But yeah, anyway, the Kensington Ball Mouse, this mouse does way more stuff than, it moves, the response is way different than my mouse's. That guy right there. What do I want to do? Kind of just want to make that, go back to my pan. Kind of just want to make that move around a little bit. So, because I'm all into stereo stuff. Why can't you drop? There we go. I really like to make stuff move a little bit. So I should be able to, I believe, grab you. Just do some of that. That's probably a ton. We'll see. I also grabbed the one behind me, so let me come back and just grab this like piece. Yeah, like mouse is tweaky because mine's a little different in its response. Still did that, okay. Just a little stereo movement. I'm into that. What else was I gonna do?
I think Zach had an idea to crank up Jeremy's whoa-ohs in the chorus just to fuck with them.
I'm
And
in.
then when he comes back in.
I'm in. Like blast them, dude. Put a huge distortion on them. Tap out woes. Up. So what are those going through where they don't solo? Both of these. Yep, perfect. Probably just go up like, all right, I'll just get nuts with them right here. Too much. Slow down. They already got a bunch of stuff going on that. Oh, there's a bus right there, Dinkus. They already got a bunch of stuff popping on them is the problem. What else could we do with them? Clear solo. What else you want to do with them, Zach?
Zach thinks or he's asking if you're saying, if Jeremy's saying Joe there instead of gone.
I think so. I wonder, there's already too much going on there. I'm leaving those. We're moving on. Had an idea with the kind of was thinking like compressing these in a parallel compression. I'm gonna do it. So we'll take these two guys right here. Ooh, I should have used the shortcut there. Hold on. We're going to try it. So these two guys right here. Grab the last one. Right click.
Welcome back. You know, it's been such a long time. Oh, I don't like what I'm seeing at all. Joe's taking liberties.
Hold on. I think I got the shortcut. Boop-boop. Didn't route them, though. I was going to do some shortcuts. Hey, I did something for you, though. Check this out.
A couple long cuts for
Oh, you know what I did? Oh, man.
What
so
you
now I
doing?
got to think about that. I did a save as.
Parallel.
Yep, I did a save as in a new session. so it wouldn't mess anything up.
Okay.
But now to go
Dunzo
back,
mix.
you're gonna have to- yeah, you like that? And now if you go back,
Well, what did you all do? Just
not
whatever
much.
whatever this
So
is.
So I was gonna do a little parallel compression here on those guys, and then the only other thing I did was a little stereo movement on your little guitar in the verse.
All right.
That's kind of all we did.
Parallel compression on these guys. These guys are bust here.
Yeah, I
These
wanted
two
to
go
do
here.
another one with those because they had all the echo boy and everything, and I was like, I'll leave that and do another channel.
Oh, I see.
And
So
I
it
then-
routed it, just didn't send it.
Yes, correct. I was gonna do the shortcut, but it only half did it. I think I missed a button in the shortcut.
So we'll just copy it and we'll fucking crank it up. Parallel O bus. You decided you needed some more of those O's, huh? Had to have them.
Well, really, Zach got me on your O vocals, and so I was like, all right, fuck 'em. I'll
I
turn
like
'em
it.
up.
I like it.
Stream looks like it's calm in terms of things. That'd be
That's
sick.
mono. Oh no, it's not mono. It's stereo. Why is it only sending one? Oh, because I didn't turn this one up. What'd you say, Joe? Sorry.
Drew was saying an octave shifter in there. Woo.
Whoa.
Getting a
On
lot
these
going
O's?
on.
Yeah, right. We did the gang O's, and I decided that I want a little more melody, so I sang a harmony. But yeah, we could parallel those up. I'm down.
That was kind of the thought
What are we gonna put on
process
that
there. You know-
parallel?
Oh yeah.
Or was it just a
that's
dry parallel?
The parallel's not outputting. It's out 1 and 2 right
Oh,
now.
I gotcha.
Yep. So make sure we do.
What
that
were you
guy.
going to put on that? Anything special?
Probably some compression and then like a tape saturation or something like that. You know what I mean?
All right,
Warm
so
it
this
up a
goes
little
out
bit
all
so that it
vocals.
can poke out without having to like.
So
turn
what
it
did you
up
say? You did
necessarily.
You said some compression and some tape satch.
Yeah, probably. The idea of like an octave shift or something sounds pretty cool, but there is already like a lot of that has a lot of delay going on with.
Yeah, right. We could try it, but yeah, there is kind of some stuff, and we got those gangs in there singing some other notes.
Maybe
That's a
even, like-
harmony to said gangs. Let's see here. We'll squash it with some compression. I'm not going to turn it up yet. I'm just going to look at it. Plenty of compression and then a little tape satch. He says, "Let's do what he was doing because why not?" We got the Kramer. We could go with that. It's always
I
good.
love that one.
That's cool. If we turn those up, then we kind of got to turn the gangs up a little bit, maybe
Mm-hmm.
too.
It's funny.
That's
I was
cool.
saying how different. Like we use the same mouse, but because
Oh.
of like the different settings and everything, it's
Little
like
weird.
yours is like twitchy compared to mine.
Right. Yeah, it's always I bought another one because I would go to other studios and they would have whatever they would have and it would freak me out all day. So I just put one in my backpack so I could just have one with me.
Gotta do
You
it.
get so used to your own thing.
Right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't watched that used. I haven't watched that t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. You used to let it late at night. Listen to the neighbors fight. We promised we'd never be that way.
Cool, Jason. Hit me up, man. What were you saying, Brad? Or are you waiting for me to not be on microphone?
I when you were gone, I asked Jason how North Carolina was.
Oh, and now you're in Nashville.
Apparently he's in Nashville.
Building the studio. I sold my old Trident console to a dude also named Jeremy, who's somewhere right outside of Nashville, also currently building a studio.
The Trident. Which one was that?
Trident Series 70.
Yeah.
That's what all this stuff was recorded through. I was pulling up these drum mics today and going, that console did really sound good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
The snare drum was just always over compressed coming in. I don't know what it
That
was.
was
about
just me.
No, I'm just playing.
That was
I
me
know.
cranking on it. Yep. Distressors. Thanks, Distressors. That's why they're off right now, so I'm not tempted to crank through them. Back
mean,
to
they
automating
do
this
sound
drum
cool.
bus. That's where I was before I left.
To the man that used to live inside us. Right side of the bed still goes unused. I haven't watched that t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cold can ever shake the rain. Staring at me, say so. To the man that used to live inside of me.
Where's said fader?
She's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite song. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. A faithful can never stay, but the rain staring at me says so long. But now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite song. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. A faithful can never stay, but the rain staring at me says so long. To the man that used to live inside of me.
Aggressive sound. I wonder what that was. AC30?
Right?
I would guess so. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing so. Decided it was time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Won't believe me, but it's true. She was standing there with someone new. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left a shade of favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cold can ever stay, but nothing cold can.
Oh, what?
Nothing gold. Right. Automation. Like that chorus. A lot of stuff going on. Last chorus is some extras. I want to check them out. I'm going to turn the speakers down.
Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cool can ever shake the brain. Staring at me, saying, can never shake, can never shake, can never shake. Can never shake the brain. Staring at me, saying, can never shake the brain. Staring at me, saying, can never shake the brain. Staring, can never shake the nothing cool can never stay. Nothing cool can never shake the brain. Staring at nothing cool can never shake the brain. Nothing cool can never shake the brain. Nothing cool can never shake the brain. Nothing cool can never.
Fun to go back. Oh, hello, Delay. Hello, Zach. Delay vocal, still talking. There's harmonies in here that like I don't remember doing them. I don't remember hearing them in the mix, but I like them now. So that's cool.
Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the shade of favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cool can never shake the brain. Staring at me, saying, now shake the brain. Staring at me, saying, to the man that
Yeah, man. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff in those vocals. Let's do it. Just because, why not? Me and Zach doing the thing. I'm going to mute the band. Listen to the vocals in the last chorus. A lot of little layers. A lot of kind of cool little stuff happening.
Now she's gone. Took my heart and left us straight of favorite songs. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cold can ever shake but the rain staring at me. Say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. But now she's gone.
Now she's gone, dude.
Dude, Nick was asking about a guitar part of yours. I don't know which one he was talking about.
What'd he
Just
say?
Called it the edge part. Like there was a delay. I mean, there's a lot of delays going on there. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude. My
Something
whole
at the end. when
everything
there
I
was-
did is a delay.
I'm saying it's because it all delays together sound great.
I'm delayed right now.
I can attest to that.
Delighted to meet you. Man, it's 9:52.
Beach Boys. Okay, Zach.
Yeah, man, I totally forgot about, speaking of Beach Boys, like leading into that last outro. I don't remember doing these. Ah, bounce. I think these are all just me. Pretty sure. This kind of funny.
Yeah.
Still hearing bass. Why? Oh, that's why. Oz. Ah, bounce. There it is. Yeah, feeling pretty good, you know. A couple last, maybe a little more automation to do. Get that guitar solo to poke through a little better or whatever, but we're at that almost 2-hour mark. For the most part, feeling good. Vocals sound good. Everything's punchy. I wish I knew which part Nick was talking about. I'd be happy to address it, but
there's a
don't.
lot of delayed guitars going on, and we were at a different part of the song, so hard to.
Right. I mean, there's, there's the verse 2.
The bed still goes unused. I haven't washed the t-shirt that still smells like your perfume. Used to let it late at night, listening to the either way. But now she's gone.
Huh?
Last chorus, delayed guitar on the last chorus.
Last chorus, delayed
What
guitar.
Nick was talking about.
Well, let's find out.
She's gone. Took my heart.
That one?
Hidden under the main tap part, dude. You can't. There's too many JT
I know,
guitars. You
dude.
can't just be like, oh, the tap part.
It's got to be this one, right? This high one?
Took my heart.
Talking about that?
That's gotta be it. Yeah, that's the one. So let's
What's he say?
listen
Turn
to
it
it without the plugs or something.
What do you say about it?
He just likes it. He was talking about
Oh.
trying to talk about like asking how you got the sound. So I kind of wondering like what's the dry signal sound like? It
Yeah, I
looks
don't
like
think
you've
I
got
did- I
a
don't
little
think I did
EQ and a
much.
delay on there.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it a
so-
Moog Fruger that I can see?
Kill it. Yeah, just EQ. Not doing much. A little mid-range scoop, a little bottom end lop off, and
Probably an AC30, I would think.
probably the AC30. I like an AC30
yeah.
and a twin,
The
and then this is
modulator.
just doing the stereo spread thing. So taking a mono signal and making
Yeah,
it
I
wide.
got you.
Yeah, man, just another one of those secret sauce layers, JT style. We'll turn it up for the last chorus. It's just kind of planted, but we may as well. We'll give it a little juice. Last chorus, everything's getting a little love. We'll give it a little, not quite a dB, 0.7 bumper.
She's gone. Took my heart and left us straight of favorite songs. Other jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cold can ever shake but the rain staring at me.
talking about. And let's talk about the outro thing, this thing. All right. Well, there you go. 9:56. I think we're going to do a top to bottom listen. It's funny. I will do it just because right now. Like I said earlier, so before I worked on anything today, I did grab like the last kind of print from way back in the day, which I guess we'll call it this one. And this was, it was crippled because there, like I said, there was some outboard gear and whatnot that was at the old studio, and there was a couple of buses and stuff that was set up for that. That stuff didn't exist anymore, so I couldn't really copy it, but just for the hell of it, I'll throw this on here. Let me make sure this is getting routed to the stream properly. And it is, because it's on the mix, yeah, so I'll start a little bit of chorus one where we're at, and then I'll flip to where we were, and it's kind of shocking. But again, there was a bunch of stuff on the mix bus. There was a compressor and a big EQ that was all there. That's not there now, but and NS10s and all the stuff we talked about before. But it's pretty eye-opening how bunk it used to sound. Yeah, kind of funky.
Zach and Nick have already sold out of merch for this run, so.
Oh, good.
For this run of
Congrats. Yep.
45 is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah.
It was
Just send me my copy, man.
Yeah. Well, you got to sign a couple hundred.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I got people. We're gonna play it from top to bottom, man. I think it's again pretty close. I spent some time on it today. We just spent 2 hours on it. Sounded cool. Here it is. Check it out. Let us know what you think.
She was walking down on 7th Street, the kind of girl that shakes your world and takes it to its knees. And before you know it's true, wearing something borrowed, something blue. She's the best thing to ever say my name. She was the best thing to ever say my name. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left the state of time to get away. I packed my bags and grabbed a train to take a holiday. Won't believe it, but it's true. She was standing there with someone new. Now she's gone. Took my heart and left her straight up favorite songs. All the jukebox seems to play in my head. Nothing cold can ever shake the rain. Staring at me, say so long to the man that used to live inside of me. Now she's
Yeah, man. Cool. Sounds cool. Yeah, we heard some stuff. Bass is a little loud in the intro. I need to just automate the bass in general yet. There's some fills that I want to pop up. It's a little low in the intro, or a little loud in the intro, rather. It sounds good when the band comes in, but that first section was a little loud. Zach mentioned bring up the intro guitar. I actually did turn that up just a little bit here. Yeah, you know, kind of same deal as the last couple that we've done on here. Like it's right in there. It's real close. Maybe spend another hour on it. I've been saying that about all of them. I need to spend that hour on all of them, and finish these up and give them to the dudes, and you know, so they can listen at home in their own environments and do the thing. And we'll make one round of mix notes, like I said, and then that should be that. You know, we'll put them out. We'll try to put them out, put them online. We'll figure out how to do that, and we'll definitely keep everyone posted on where those are and when those come out, when these come out, when it happens, all that stuff. We'll let you know when we know. But yeah, there you go. I think that kind of does it, right? That's kind of like the trilogy.
Yeah, it's in a good
That's
spot.
the end. We danced demos. We got a bunch of plans for other, like I said, some other stuff coming up in the future for some new episodes, some different stuff, some different bands, some different artists, some different locations. Hey-o. But we're inching towards it. But yeah, I think this is a wrap on this. We've been working on the Sam Hall song a little bit. For those who have been watching and following along, he has sent some notes. He has recorded some new vocals. I have not heard them yet. We talked a little bit. He talked to me and Joe before recording vocals, asked us to listen to what was there. Any tips, any thoughts, any advice as he went in to go track the new vocals. So we both gave him some notes. He did what he did. I haven't heard it yet. Joe's got it. He's going to sort through it. We're going to get back to that. He's also got some other notes about some of the stuff that we did, some of the things he likes, some of the things he doesn't like. We're going to figure out what we're going to challenge him on and what we're just going to let him win on. Because there's a couple things in there that he's like, I don't like that. And both me, or I shouldn't say both, I should say all, me, Brad, Joe, and I know for a fact, and we'll bring you guys in because we're going to need you guys on the jury panel here when we discuss this. But there's a couple things in there that he's not digging that we all dig. So, we're going to have to tell him what's up, and that between the three of us and a handful of you guys from the stream, we might come knocking on his door and he might not be walking out. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's all good. You like your niece?
I got a guitar solo. I got
Joe. Oh, you got
strings we won't
Who
use,
did a solo?
I
You?
did, yeah.
Oh, Joe cut a solo.
Yeah.
All right. Did some MIDI strings
Yeah.
that I heard some ideas, but I think you've done some more.
I just a bunch of
I haven't
ideas.
listened.
We got
I haven't
stuff.
peeped it.
We have stuff to put that on the docket. And
Yeah,
dive into.
and then all new vocals from him. So hopefully we can get some new tracks in there, go through his notes, duke it out, and maybe we'll finish that one up. I don't know if he sent us all the vocal harmonies and all that stuff, but we'll see where we're at. Maybe we got enough. Maybe we need a couple more things from him, and then we finish that one up. But we're hoping to get back to that one soon, like I was saying. And we got just a handful of plans coming, but we're gonna do our best to stick with the Tuesday thing for as long as all of our schedules allow. Like I said, sorry we missed you last week, but Joe needed to rest up, and we gave him the day to do so. So he's
Good to be
alive.
back in
He's
the
here
saddle.
today. Yep, he's
Streamed
back
out.
in the saddle.
We're
The
in
plan is to be back again next Tuesday, maybe on the Sam tune, maybe on something else. I guess time will tell. We're going to talk about it, figure it out. We definitely have vocals, right? So
Yep.
we
yeah,
have
I
work
think
we
I
could
think
do.
we're gonna try and make Sam the feature next week. That's what we're gonna
Okay,
try.
I
and
think
do.
that's a good call. We're also, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say it on the stream.
That's why I kinda why I said that.
Right, that's good. Right, I'm glad you did it. I'm going to say it some more because we need it. We're going to do our best to decide a little bit further ahead of time what the hell we're going to do on Tuesday, and then actually, for lack of a better word, I don't know, promote it, but we're going to at least mention it, other than like day of, like, oh yeah, we're going to be on in an hour, and this is what we're working on. Like, we're going to try to be a little bit better about that. So, you heard it here first. I said it. Joe said it. We're going to try to work on Sam next week. He's got vocals. Maybe I'll go through the notes and do some of the changes or tweak up the track, just open the track and see if anything comes to mind. Joe did some MIDI stuff, did a solo. Maybe I'll see if I hear anything new. We'll start to compile all that stuff. We'll get the Sam vocal tracks in there, and we'll see where we're at. So that's the plan for next Tuesday, unless something crazy happens. Until then, I hope everyone is, hope everyone's enjoying this thing. It's good to be back on a Tuesday night after a week off. Kind of cool to have a week off too, in a weird way.
It can happen.
I take a
It can
break,
happen.
bye a week. We earned it, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're killing it down here. We earned a week. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Hope to see you next week. Like we say each and every week, and I think this week we're going to let Joe say it since he is still alive. He's hanging on by a thread, but I think the reason he's hanging on by a thread is because he's really living by the motto that I think, we all live by, and that this show is designed around. So, Joe, let him know what it is.
Keep it tight.